Alright, I'm back. So it's just being a dick about it. Just let me know if you guys got audio from the game or not. If not, I will add it manually. At the moment, it's on a... what do you call it? It's like a beta version pickup. So we'll see how this goes. You can hear it? Sweet. Thank you. Usually doesn't have an issue, but I think because it's trying to pick up an older version, it captures in a different way. And that's fine. I don't give a shit if it captures in a different way. I just need to have the capture sitting there. I didn't even consider that because I never used to stream this before, like, probably version 19. So, yeah. I did just make a new game. So, I called it, like, 2.0 release. And yeah, it's just got some basic codes. I didn't get to show you guys this before because it went in, and I will answer your question too, Phantom. So I've got like, I basically let it do the same settings as it picked up having done in the past, which is like Adventurer. I don't think there's any like, oh wait, what do you call it? I don't think there's any like feral scent shit or none of that crap involved, and I'm curious because it says that like loot respawn won't, it like it's disabled. I'm curious what that's going to do. I'm guessing that's going to force me to go find shit elsewhere and crap, so we'll find out. So what bothered me about 2.0 has been like a consistent building thing with 7 Days to Die. I love 7 Days to Die. I love the game so much, but I have been becoming increasingly like frustrated trying to play it, and I've been mostly just kind of tolerating and not enjoying playing the game since like probably like the 20s and stuff. Just because like it's been sort of forcing me to, I have no clue where I am. It's been sort of forcing me to sort of play in a way in which I don't enjoy. And it's been kind of just increasing that more and more. And I might go this way since it had me pointed this way. But like I hated that they took away more zombies. I hated that they like made the game way more vibrant than I felt it needed to be. Like the trash looks more vibrant than the grass, which is hilarious. Also, the trash doesn't disappear. That's funny. Like you don't get XP from doing stuff. The magazines are just kind of like not something I enjoy. The visuals don't matter because like most of the time I'm playing solo. I also love this bullshit that it does in the old like random gen maps where it just like, I don't know, you'll have like the road can't figure itself out and shit like that. That's always fun. Like pretty much since the first few images that I started seeing of 2.0, because I was kind of excited about it at first. I was like, oh yeah, you know, we'll get, what do you call it? We'll get these different kind of storm things brought in, and I'm like, that's kind of cool. They'll bring in like these weather effects sort of thing, because like you get like a kind of mild blizzard when you go into the snow and shit, and that's fine. Oh, that's right, you get fucking berries from that. I forgot about that. Where's my thing? What are they? The snowberries, that's right. Those things exist. There's a zombie over there too. I guess let's find out what it's like to fight one of these. Actually, there's two over here. You know, I like the concept that they were bringing in the storms. That was kind of interesting, but I kind of thought it was a little bit stupid in a sense, because I'm like, well, they used to kind of have all this weather. They used to have temperature stuff. You know, you have to drink coffee. You'd have to, what do you call it? You'd have to try to keep yourself warm, like wear the appropriate stuff into the right area, like, you know, wear a singlet into the desert and stuff. I also have like really, really high XP gain at the moment. I don't really want to fight you, mate. I'll keep moving around. Actually, I'll keep moving towards town for the moment. I assume this is taking me to town or a building that I could shack up in for the night, one of the two. And then I started seeing images of, you know, the Yetis and shit, and I'm like, okay. For me, that doesn't make any sense, but it also kind of was like, one of my mates who I'd normally play this with, he's kind of like, every time we get into a snow biome, he'd be like, okay, you know, come at me Yeti kind of thing. But he was talking about the lumberjacks, and he was always playing Darkness Falls. And I feel like if I want to play Darkness Falls, I'll play fucking Darkness Falls, you know? But I don't, so I don't want shit like that brought in. If it's from there, fine. If it's not, it doesn't... Oh, shit. It doesn't feel like it belongs. Mate, I don't need to fight you. There we go. I get too much XP from this. I'll have to turn that down later. But, I'll probably also maybe see how I feel. Might put Twitch integration on and stuff. But yeah, the Desert Spitter dude, he kind of made some sense in a way. Like, he was a humanoid, obviously over dried out zombie that, you know, insects have taken up residence within, and obviously when he yells and stuff, it shakes them loose and they come out and they attack whatever is causing it to do that kind of thing. Like, that makes some sense to me, sort of thing. But the Yeti, it's not a creature, it's not a human, it's not a zombie. It's just kind of like, what the fuck? Especially since they seem to have spent so much time building up the lore. What the hell now? Give me that, I guess I still got the axe in my inventory. I should have made one, like, straight away. I'm infected now. Alright. What is this? Candy. Sweet. I probably can't fix up how infected I am. I probably need to go back out into the, like, this one's got, like, fucking boars roaming around out here, for God's sake. Like, it took them to release before they brought that back. I don't know. I just felt like... I understand that 7 Days Fun Pimps, they're kind of moving the game in a fantasy element direction, where, you know, you've got to basically make potions to go and deal with certain biomes and shit, but, like, they could have done it in a way that made it more sense with the game. And I've just been slowly not enjoying playing it. I've been kind of tolerating it because, like, in a sense, as a streamer, I do kind of feel like I should play it, and I should, like, play it so other people can see what I think of it and stuff like that. But I was getting, like, increasingly less interested in playing 7 Days to Die with, you know, 1.0 release, and I was hating the fact that I was constantly getting screamers from day fucking 3. I was getting, like, hordes of, what do you call it? I was getting, like, 3 to 6 radiated screamers, you know, on, day 3. And in between every blood moon, I was struggling to be able to get enough ammo to deal with blood moon. And then obviously the screamer, blood moon, daytime version of blood moon with them. And it was just pissing me off. It was getting so annoying I didn't want to play the game at all. And I don't want to get to a point where I don't want to play the game. I do enjoy the game. I just enjoy the game being the sandbox that it was, kind of thing. That I can walk around and build stuff and, like, I don't know, kill zombies, explore stuff. Like, I don't know how I feel about 18.4, but it's the earliest that I have screenshots of having played on, so I decided to roll it back and see what it was like. The graphics in the game mean jack shit to me, because as far as I'm concerned, the graphics have always been kind of a little bit shit. If anything, some of the older graphics, like the tree wood, looks better to me, you know, but some of it looks worse. But, like, I would trade the glossier zombies for the more variety of zombies that existed back here. I would trade the hyper vibrant fucking landscapes for what existed. I also haven't turned up any of my graphics or anything, and I believe that I should be fine to do that with the older version and stuff. The other thing too is that if I don't enjoy this particular version, I'll roll it forwards onto 19. I played on 19 for a fairly long time too. And I just wanted to kind of, like, see if the older versions really are all that great compared to how we you know, saltier 7 Days to Die players feel about like the newer releases and stuff. I don't know if I need anything for that. I think it's just stone. But yeah, no, there's a lot of like progression capping shit that I don't enjoy. The magazines I don't enjoy. The biome limits. I know there's stuff you can toggle on and off, but you know, I would like to kind of like build in the burnt area, which is why I was quite happy to see that I was like put next to the burnt area right there. There's a zombie here somewhere. Where are you there? But, you know, if I wanted to, like, apart from turning off the biome progression thing, the badges, all that stuff, dealing with Rek can go fuck himself. I like the fact that at least on Random Gen and the old maps, you could probably have like a couple of the better traders, the ones that are more kind of like tolerable to deal with, stuff like that, instead of the cunt straight up. Like, I don't want to deal with that. Like, the world's pretty shitty, so, you know, I kind of would like to have a reprieve from the world. I also want to see if I can sneak up on this bastard. Well, you can't do that in the new ones. I don't want to hunt it, I just wanted to know if I could do that. But yeah, I want to have fun. I want to have fun playing a game that I enjoy, and I can't play it in the way that I enjoy with the newer versions because, like, I think we got up to like day 70 or we were getting close to day 80. And I'd been playing it for a few months, like quite a long time actually. I'll have a look later how long I was playing it. And I just wasn't progressing. I felt like I was constantly struggling to have enough ammunition to do the quests that I was needing to do to unlock the shit that I needed to get. Yeah, it was just like an uphill battle non-stop. And I'm sure if like you're playing this with like people, it's probably maybe slows it down, makes it take longer, makes it maybe like earlier game longer. But I already played the early game long enough because I try not to progress to vehicles too quickly. I like to run around on the ground and like do stuff. Like, as I said, I don't know how I feel about 18. I might change my mind and I might change it to being like 19 or something like that. But I'm going to give it a go for a while because I'm just, I'm very unsatisfied with 7 Days to Die at the moment. And I just want to have fun playing it. I just want to fucking enjoy it. Also, just generally speaking, from some of the shit that I've seen, because I've seen quite a lot that's come out with 2.0. Like, the Yeti and Desert Spitters have replaced a good quantity of the zombies in the snow biome and also the desert biome. I've seen that they can occasionally spawn pretty early randomly in like other biomes as well, which doesn't fucking make much sense. Like, I get it if they're like a higher level difficult to deal with thing, like, you know, the rats, whatever, the wraiths things, the zombie cop spitters, stuff like that, like when you deal with them later on and stuff, or the demolition guys or whatever. Like, I get that, but like, yeah, I don't think that there should be fucking half the population of the snow walking around as this like cryptid being that should be fucking rare as tits, you know. I just don't like the concept, don't enjoy it. I also know that they can kind of like one hit a lot of players to dead without like much of a choice. I also do like building in other biomes like the desert and the snow and the burnt area and stuff like that. So like I've heard about how the Yetis and stuff have been taking apart like people's bases with like a few hits and shit like that. They've spawned pretty frequently. Yeah, I've also seen that too. Is like the high frequency of spawning. I have heard that they've put bees back in stumps and stuff, but the ratio of honey versus bees per stump and stuff like that is low compared to the bees and stuff. And I don't give a shit about like the bees being in stumps. I just think that it should be an indicator of that stump has got honey or something, you know. It should be like, oh, you fight that to get the honey. I'm cool with that, I don't care. but there's a lot of like just shit that I'm just so sick of. And I just want to come in and be like, okay, you know what? I'm going to go drink from that stream, or like that's right, they don't disappear. Oh, that's going to be fun. You know, shit like that. Like the other thing too is because I played on a few different versions of 7 Days to Die, I think I'll find some enjoyment in seeing what used to do as well. So that'll be fun. But yeah, the game has changed a lot, and I just keep finding like I'm progressively not enjoying it. So if I feel like I enjoyed the previous version so much, I should go back and try those, see how I feel about them, and yeah, like who knows, maybe one day I might consider it. But the Yetis are a pretty hard pass for me though, because it's just like I don't feel like they should exist. I don't think I found honey. I also didn't see many stumps yet either, so I kind of forgot I was looking for that, but it doesn't really matter. I guess I'll just venture off into the desert. We'll head out that way. See what's out there. I know there's a boar right next to the biome, but yeah, like I don't give a shit that these guys kind of look crap. What's up, Phoenix? Nothing? Okay, Phoenix is my cat. He's in the background meow. Like, I don't give a shit that these guys kind of look like crap. I just like the fact that there's a bit more variety of them, and like I'll fight the zombies always kind of look a bit crap anyway. Like even the new ones still have like a bit of crapulence to them. You know. I also maybe turn on integration, like Twitch integration sometime later. I just want to spend a little bit of time actually playing this, see how I feel about it before I consider that. It's also nice hearing the older music too, because I don't know if you guys know, but some of the biomes, they kind of nerfed the music, but they didn't just like nerf it a little bit, they changed some of it. Like I'd go through like the grass biome and I'd hear like a growling, sort of snarling, kind of like a dog sound, but there was no dogs. Or the music would reverse at some point. I don't know how many people noticed that, but I've played enough time. I also hate the grass biome. I hate being forced to exist in the grass biome because like I've always kind of set up everywhere else except for it, and I've had to, for at least the last 3 games, exist in the grass biome, and I fucking hate it. I'm absolutely bored to biscuits of it. But now they're making it that like, yes, I can turn off the progression badge thing and I could still go and house up somewhere else, but I would probably be fighting special zombies and stuff, or if not, I'll definitely fucking be fighting radiated hordes of screamers. So I just want to break from that shit. I really just want to break from what they're doing with the game, go back to like when I enjoyed it kind of thing, and then see how I feel. Because like if I enjoyed this, or even like the 19 version or something like that, I'll just fucking play on this. It doesn't bother me. The only thing I had was I kind of had like a moral dilemma this whole weekend about the game, because I had said, obviously as a streamer, I was going to play 2.0, and up until more recently I was excited about it when like the storms and stuff were spoken about, but yeah, as like all the other stuff just started filtering in, I was like, you know. I also find that there's so many videos of people that are kind of like trying to kind of cheese how to deal with like the new shit. Sorry. Or make it less horrible to deal with. And I'm like, that's a really huge like sign to me that like people are trying to figure out how to undo it, or trying to figure out how to get around the annoyance of the changes and stuff like that, instead of being like, hey, this is a cool new feature and how to like use it to your advantage and stuff like that. It's like, how to get around this issue and stuff. And I'm like, that's pretty interesting, since, you know, it should be something that we're all like looking forward to. I have been over here. That's going to be pretty interesting that the shit just doesn't disappear, because I'm so used to shit just like vanishing when you like loot it and stuff. But yeah, in amongst like all the changes, I'm just like, nah. Worst case scenario, like this could be hilariously bad. But I don't think it should be. I think there should be a lot more of these like partially broken buildings. Sure, there's going to be like a render distance issue and stuff like that, where like, you know, you've got the hills and shit in the background that's got like just about nothing. The building should be a bit further out. Oh, the POIs is another thing too. Funpimps like does a lot of work on bringing out a bunch of like new and creative and big POIs and stuff like that for quests. But the thing is, I haven't gotten past tier 3 fucking quests for probably 3 alphas, right? So from my perspective, I don't give a shit if they keep bringing out new places because I'm not even getting to see them. Like if I was, that'd be cool. But I'm really not. I remember this place. I'm gonna shut that. I thought I'd just walk through here because I can kind of see around a bit. But yeah, like they keep bringing out like new POIs and they're all excited. Like you can do this on tier 5 or 6 quests. Sorry. I think some of the shit is locked into like the wastelands and stuff like that, like the better armor and crap. I think some of the good loot and stuff is out there too. But then at the same time, they've made some of the weaker zombies being out there. Like, not all the weaker ones, but, you know, the radiated spitter one and stuff is a lot weaker than the others and stuff. And I'm like, why make it a lot harder for new players to play the game? Like, I really feel like what they've changed feels like they're sitting back and having a laugh at players. Hey, some of these are already empty. Like, literally, imagine going into the game, going out into snow, there's a bear over there, and then not knowing that, like, the Yeti is going to probably, like, one-shot kill you and stuff. So you're standing out in the snow, you're minding your own business, you haven't even seen the Yeti yet, but it's seen you. Bam, you are dead. And, you know, do that a few times or deal with, like, the plague spitter and get infections and stuff. And I can only imagine it's, like, a fuck ton less enjoyable, you know? I also noticed that I have, like, I think less hotbar room in this version, which is interesting too. Like I said, I may play around with which version I end up playing on, but I definitely wanted to have wander around and experience this for a bit. If I wanted to change it, it would be so funny. Because it takes a while to, like, load up a random generated game. And, like, you don't know for sure what you're getting and stuff. So that is pretty funny. But yeah, I like the fact that I'm not running around going, oh, there's a tire. I need that rubber to get a water fucking catcher thing, dew collector thing. I am surprised at how far the birds can see me from, though. Oh, and the deer can see me from quite a distance too. I'll have to be careful with the bears then, if that's the case. Because I saw there was a bear and I didn't go anywhere near it. I'm like, I don't want to. But, oh man, back when you got trophies and shit. I used to scrap those in my inventory like all the time, and I didn't know back when I was like a new player that I should just scrap those at a bench and stuff. In a fucking auger. This is something else I miss greatly too. Like, that's not helping. That's not helping my limited inventory space, I'll tell you that much right now. But I miss also being able to walk around and maybe find something cool. Like, my mate Grim would be like, he'd walk into an area and go, you know, I just found like a level 6 gun in a toilet. And I'd be like, you're fucking kidding me, mate. But no, he would have. And, like, I never had that kind of real luck. I did find the legendary axe once. But, yeah, no, I sort of miss being able to find better shit. Like, 1.0 at least had the thing where it kind of, like, limits your gear you find and the area that you're in to what you can find. I think 2.0 is supposed to limit what you can possibly get on top of what you can already make. So you can't get higher or should not be able to get higher than what you've already got. But I think 2.0 also changed. I'm not 100% sure with this one, but I'm thinking that what they did is they changed the biomes to be capped at whatever your level is mostly until your level goes up, I think, which you should have done anyway, but I think they're trying to keep you from like progressing to different areas, and I just don't give a shit for the green area. I really don't. Hey, hammer. It's also kind of cool getting to see the old stuff as well. I forgot that these had like the tapered colored handles and shit. I'm gonna fill up with crap here so easily. What do these do? They give you stamina, no health, and they give you a percentage of food poisoning. Okay, we're gonna leave those over there at the moment. What does this do to me now? Stamina and health. I think the new ones. Don't the new fat gives you food poisoning, I think? I don't know. I also have to find somewhere to shack up on one of these buildings. Oh, you know what they'll also do too in the older version that I've got at the moment is they have like the frames and the concrete and all those stages too. Is that a mine? No, it's just a hubcap. That shit scared the crap out of me. Yeah. I don't know. Like, I just kind of like think that if I walk around here and I'm not enjoying myself, it could be just time to have a break from 7 Days to Die in general. But so far, I'm sort of semi-enjoying it. Mate, you're probably going to get me killed. Although I have been healing a little bit. Yeah, no, I'll probably die from that. I don't have a bedroll or anything, do I? I can get one of these made before I die, which I can't. Oh well, we're going somewhere. I also like dying and not having a zombie nibbling on my crotch. That's also nice. You know, because they all do that now. They go straight in for that crotch zone. And it's really fucking awkward sometimes. Oh, that's right, you get auto... I'm gonna have to remember that. Where did it put me? Okay, cool. I'm super far away. I felt like... there, okay. And this is green down wherever the fuck I am. Yeah, that's all the way over. I can't be that far away from it. Hold on. There's green. I'm guessing I'm up in here somewhere. Nope, that's the top row. Topmost must be green. Okay, hold on. Where the fuck am I? Because I'm not there. I like the fact that... okay, there I am. I like the fact that I have no clue map-wise where the fuck I am. Alright, if that's the logic, then what's down here? Where's that way? Over there. I also wouldn't mind getting to see some of the older buildings and stuff, because, like, as I said, I never really got to progress into some of the newer buildings and stuff. There should also be a whole plethora of different zombies in this. Like, I've seen, like, the worker, the businessman, I think the Hawaiian guy so far. I've seen a crawly dude, the burnt zombies. Burnt zombies look so much cooler. It's nice seeing them and they're not feral and stuff. You know, on fire but not feral. The other thing too is I've been playing with Feral Sense lately, and Feral Sense has been kind of shitting on everything on top of like the screamer zombies and stuff, you know. I've been kind of like stuck where at nighttime I can't hide. Like, I can't just be left alone to do something. I've constantly got zombies attacking my base or wherever the fuck I'm trying to be. No matter how much sneak stuff I was putting on my character, she was still getting found and stuff. And that was pissing me off as well, because I'm like, you should be able to increase the amount of sneak gear that you've got in your perks and stuff. Perks and equipment and stuff, and become like stealthy and mostly undetected. Unless you're like sitting out in the open on the ground at night or something, you know. But it sort of wasn't working that way. And I was like, what's the fucking point of the stealth perks? Then you might as well just go full tier loud if that's the case. But yeah, I kind of am curious how well they're going to work in this one. Because like I said, I played 18 a good amount, but I played 19 probably arguably more longer than 18. You, mate. I saw a couple of the female zombies so far. Oh yeah. I couldn't quite tell who you were at a distance. I also like the fact that we don't have like the grotesque fucking gore thing that they have on as well. You know when you like smash a zombie's head in and its fucking eyeball pops out and dangles in their face and stuff? I don't need to see that. I don't need to see their half squished brain and like, you know, organs hanging out and shit. I definitely know there's a lot of people that actually genuinely enjoyed that update, but I just found it was like grotesque for like grotesque sake. It was a bit much. But I also hate the loot balance of like 1.0, and I feel like 2.0 will be getting worse. Like, you know when you go into a building, you know where the loot room is? You know where the loot room is immediately, and you can literally just half your way straight to it and bypass everything else and everyone else. Hey, Azula. You doing? Azula's my cat too. Oh, I was just giving her pats. Oh no. She requires pats. You doing, sweetie? You struggling to get into your fuzzy donut. There you go. No. Sorry. Azula's my cat, but she needs pats, so I had to. Yeah, no. So you like, was it, you like the building being mini dungeons? I hate them being mini dungeons. Also, welcome in, Washington. Well, actually, sorry, I might have that the wrong way around. I hate knowing exactly where the loot is, path to it, go grab the loot room and then fuck off. I hate that shit. Because, like, every single building is looted up as if, like, it's been carefully curated for you to go and loot, kind of thing. I would like to go through a building and kind of have a look. Oh, yeah, I got the desert over here. I'd kind of like to have a look and see if, you know, if when you go into a house, like what kind of crap is in that house. I might go this way now so that I can find out what's around this place, because I can clearly see the desert. I'd like to go through a house and be like, okay, I'm going through a farm. You know, is there a chance that it's going to give me more seeds or fertilizer or, you know, food in the kitchen cabinets and stuff like that? And, you know, maybe there might be like a small something special in amongst like the house hidden somewhere. But like, it's not just laying out in the open. This is also why I wanted to come back through like the old version and really see what it was like to kind of refresh my brain about that too, because like I said, like we might have a bit of nostalgia goggles going about like the old versions, maybe. And I just want to find out, because I know when I was playing Alpha 18,